Hello everybody. Welcome back to another KPC Weekend Live, your favorite live stream for Korean people and culture. I'm David Kim, if you don't know by now. Make sure you like and subscribe before we go on. Today we are going to be talking about the extra and extreme and somewhat bizarre culture in Korea during summertime. So it's getting pretty hot. The cicadas are already very loud, and we are going through a monsoon season, a mini monsoon. It's been raining for the past few days. Very humid, very hot. I can't live without ACs. So yeah, summer is here officially, and we are soon entering August, which is going to be the peak. I wonder how the weather is at your own countries. Let me know in the chat where you guys are all watching from, what time it is, how the temperature is, how you guys are spending your own summer. Are you going on vacations? Are you chilling by the poolside, or are you going to beaches, or do you just plan to stay inside where it's safe and air conditioned? And I know that there's still like a craze going on over air conditioning devices in Europe and a lot of places in the world. Last time I went to the United States, though, it was during the summer, and I was surprised how freezing cold it is. You guys really need to chill down with the air conditioning. Yeah, it's a little bit too cold. I know a lot of other countries that have similar air conditioning rules as well too, like Singapore. It's chilly over there, contrary to the actual weather outside. I've never been to the Middle East, but they say sometimes the cement melts or something like that, or you can actually have fried egg if you just put it on the asphalt. So interesting how it's so different around the world. Yeah, I really want to go on vacation myself. I want to go to a tropical place, be underneath a parasol, read some books, hear the waves, drink some coconut juice, and chill. But yeah, here I am in Seoul, South Korea, in my own house. Gotta go with the flow, right? All right, let's see who's in the chat. Hello, Ryan. Hello, Lulia. And 할아버지 아니야. Okay, Harleen, X out for this. Michelle, waiting for you, David. Yes. I just had my lunch. I just had jimtak, which is boiled. No, actually, I think it's boiled chicken, seasoned with soy sauce and stuff. It's 7:40 a.m. here, still hot but bearable, just 31 degrees maximum during the day. 31 degrees. That's not so bad, is it? Yeah. All right, so we're nearing 60 people in the chat. Just before you go on, please hit that like button if you can. That really helps more people gain into this live stream so we can enjoy all your very fun chats all together, right? And 2:42 p.m. in Sydney. Oh, I wonder how the weather is there in Sydney. It's the opposite, right? Yeah. All right, and one big change I just want to tell you guys. I always appreciate your support and donations throughout the live streams. Everything is appreciated, but always the best place to send support is through Buy Me a Coffee at buymeacoffee.com/kpcdavidkim. I officially have enabled the notifications on my phone now so that I can shout out your messages and read them. So yeah, thank you so much already, Aaron, for the $2 sub. David, I caught you in the Dan Man earlier. Yes, I'm glad you're tuning in for this one as well too, because I prepared a lot. Normally these live streams are consisted of just tidbits of news, snack-sized news of what's been going on during the week in Korea, mostly about K-pop and society. But this week was weirdly a very slow news week. There wasn't really anything at all to talk about. Trust me, I've done my research. Anything click-worthy, to clarify. But if you're interested, you can go check out my channel at KPC, and I've made a video about international marriage, and that video is going pretty well. So please check that video out. Give it a like button over here. You can see it's this one. Yeah, it's already at 37K. A lot of people have been enjoying the comment section, right? So go check that out. And on to today's topic already. Yes, it's summertime. Guess where this is? This is my favorite place in Korea. It's my favorite city. It's the one and only Busan. So I think there are two most popular places during the summertime. It's definitely Busan and Jeju Island. If you don't want to be on a plane, you can just take the bullet train, KTX, head down to Busan, only 2.5 hours ride, and either go to Kwangali Beach or Haeundae Beach. This is Haeundae Beach you are seeing right now. A lot of colorful parasols. If you go during peak summertime, you'll probably meet a lot of people on the beach. Yeah, I'm talking a lot. Yeah, you probably might see more people than the actual sand or water, just to exaggerate a little bit. Yes, zombies, exactly. Train to Busan. That Busan. But yeah, let's go on into today's subject on why Korean summer is so extra. I prepared a lot for you guys. And I don't know, you might have a lot of guesses. Maybe you've heard of them, or maybe you've not. But I do think these things that I'm about to highlight are specific to Korea or some countries. I'm going to be talking about full body armor, sun patches, umbrellas, massive water festivals, hype festivals, luxury hokkangses, bodybuilding, and body positivity, yang, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's dig in. Let's go into the show. All right, first of all, I just wanted to bring you this meme. It's not a meme. It's just a very accurate photo to introduce with today's topic. This guy is the K-pop soloist Rain. He's now an ajashi, but he's a very fit ajashi. But this song he is singing over here is called How to Avoid the Sun. It's by Rain. Give it a try. I can't play music on KPC or YouTube anymore because YouTube has strengthened their copyright policies and I get instantly striked. So yeah, no more music, but yeah, just to show you a little bit of his moves. I can't show you the music, but yeah, this is how he goes. Yeah, he's constantly saying he hates the sun, he hates the sun. That's literally the topic. And the sun is scorching above me. I want to forget you, but I can't, no matter how I try. And then he goes, because you're inside me. You're like my sun, I guess, right? Oh, I want to avoid the sun. I want to avoid the sun. So perfect. Perfect theme for today because I really want to avoid the sun. But do you know who else wants to avoid the sun? Koreans in general. Koreans are not biologically, but in mindset, they are allergic to the sun. You will see a lot of interesting things if you come to Korea. I think we have mastered the art of sun evasion. And in the West, I would say, I've been to a lot of countries, and in summer means, you know, wearing light clothes, putting a pair of sunglasses on, getting a towel, going to the beach, catch a tan, you know, enjoying the sun, right? And what's very different in Korea is that the sun is considered as like a deadly laser. And public safety depends on total physical deflection of the sun. So if you look at the streets, this is what you're going to see if you walk through Korea during summer. First of all, I do not recommend coming to Seoul or Korea during the summer. Never go south as well too. Don't go to a specific city called Daegu, which is very, very hot. But this is how it looks like during the summer. It's not raining. It's literally not raining. These people are all under their umbrellas. All their colorful and cute umbrellas, right? Look at that grandma's umbrella. She actually color coded it with her outfit. That's pretty cute, right? So everyone is going to be walking like this in the streets, and it's proven in the news as well too. Shout out to Seong, co-worker at Arirang. But you can see over here, it's not raining. It's not, yeah, drizzling or anything. But it's the rise of the sunbrella. We call it the sunbrella. In Korean, it's yangsan, literally translated to yang, taeyang, which is sun, and san, which is umbrella. So yeah, you can see a lot of people wearing these sunbrellas, and even like guys as well too. Grandmas mostly, ajumas mostly, and even the foreigners are catching on to it. We have K-pop umbrellas now. You can see over here, right? They're mini parasols you hold. And yeah, I guess the accurate translation would be parasols. But this is nothing weird. It's just the norm. I think you'd be even could be considered weird if you're not wearing a sunbrella during the summer. So I'm too lazy to hold a sunbrella during the summer, so I just get sunburned. But yeah, I am allergic to the heat and too much sun. So you are in need for a good quality sunbrella then. I bought a sunbrella in Jeju. You would definitely need that. Exactly. So yeah, this is just the start, because like Koreans are very, very attentive towards not getting exposed to any sun, because we take it up the notch a little bit more. We got these. We got UV blocking arm sleeves. Yeah. Normally, a lot of people think that these are only used by maybe production staff, media staff, production crew, or construction workers to absorb the sweat and stuff like that. But in a daily basis, nowadays, a lot of people just wear these because they don't want to apply sunscreen on their arms. I totally relate to that because I am so anti-sunscreen. I'm not against it, but I just can't stand the stickiness all over my body. I don't like any kind of sticky substance. So yeah, this is a very good compromise, I would say. A very good solution, because like you feel cool. They're in these like mesh substances, materials that actually, you know, makes the air ventilation pretty good. And if you go to the bathroom and put a little bit of water on it, it's even more cooler. So they're called cool skin arm sleeves, partoshi, and they originally were popularized by older generations and outdoor workers, as I said. But now these are just the standard clothes. So if you go to golf courses, or if you go to like tennis courts, of course you'll see people just working out with these toshis, these arm sleeves on. And the bard says, I found it peculiar with the sun shields at the pedestrian zebra crossing in Seoul. Yes. So I think you're mentioning like the what do you call it? The giant parasols that are installed in front of those crosswalks. I wish I could show you a picture right now. Let me actually search it up. So in Korea, we have like these, yeah, as I told you. How do I search it up? 횡단보도 양산. Yeah. I'm just showing you right now over here. You can see we have these installed everywhere. These kind of things. These kind of things. People can actually squat down underneath these chimneys, and they have their own individual ones here too, but it's great to have like a public ones installed. I don't know who made the first idea, but they are installed pretty much all over the place during Seoul, and I think it's very good because, you know, people have to just wait for the sign to change. And while we're waiting, you can really catch some heat and get sunburned. So why not have these kind of things? It's not expensive, I would assume. It's just like an umbrella, right? So they've been installing it here and there. I really like that. On top of that, I think we can even mention like the air-conditioned bus stops, like 버스 정류장 에어컨. So we have like these little cubes at the bus stops. It's not like all over the place. If you go to some bougie districts, or if you go to some districts or some, you know, neighborhoods, you will see them here and there. I would say they are becoming more and more widespread. So you literally go inside and you just wait for it. And there's fully, it's air conditioned, and you can see the buses coming through like a media screen inside, so you won't have to miss your bus. There are phone chargers inside as well too. It's a very great safe haven for people that just can't stand the heat, or like elderly people that might get heat stroke. And the heat waves are pretty strong over here. So this is a very good infrastructure thing. I really respect the government is doing, and the local governments are doing, right? All right. So to move on top of this, you see like these masks over here, right? So I have never actually worn these, but they are apparently called balaclavas. Balaclavas, right? You'll see people riding bikes or just walking completely covered in these fashions with their necks and jaws and faces, only their eyes out. And then we have the golf hats, like what do you call them? Like the full face shields. And this is known, it's like a symbol of Korean ajumas, because like this is actually, it's not a fashionable item. It actually, it's very practical because it literally blocks all the sunlight, the UV, but you can see in front of you, so you can walk around. So the traditional, what do you call it? The popular move would be like you swing your hands up and down like this, like an ajumma with a face shield on top of you. So I don't see a lot of guys or young people wearing this. Actually, nowadays, a lot of young people, they don't care about like other people's views and anything, so they go full on wear these face shields and they just walk around. But it would be still a little bit awkward to wear this to during commute or anything. Whenever you're just working out, just walking in the park or something, I think it would be very common. But yeah. And then we also have sunscreen as well too. K sunscreen, because of this culture where we hate the sunlight. K sunscreen is becoming super super popular in the West, on top of the K beauty trend. So like K sunscreen is getting exported, and as you can see, I just got this random picture from Google, and apparently like there's a lot of craze for Korean sunscreen in Europe, in the UK specifically in this case. Not sponsored by any of these brands, but I've all heard of them. Tokobo, Joseonminya, Centella, like yeah, I have all of these brands at my house. Thanks to Anna Lee and a lot of my other friends that are in the beauty scene that give me freebies whenever they can't use anything and they have like short expiration dates. But yeah, like I actually like, you know what, like sponsor me Tokobo, because I actually like this sun stick. I don't, as I told you, I don't like the stickiness of like liquid. So I like these solid sun sticks where you can just like rub on your face, and it feels like crayon or something like that. But I really like that. But yeah, so you might be wondering why people are so invested in avoiding the sun. Well, you probably assume why I brought this picture, what, right? So Chang Won-young is one of those people, well, where I think kind of represents Korean standards, beauty standards. She's very pale, she's very white, and there's another representative for that. These two figures are probably the most pale figures in K-pop. Dubu, Daehyun from Twice, and Winter from aespa. We have other names like Tasom from Sister as well too. But in general, the beauty standard is being pale or Snow White. That is the beauty standard. It's the majority. Of course, there's diversity, and younger generations are opening up to tanning and different skin tones and everything. But still, the majority will pursue being Snow White. And okay, before you come at me and before you come at Koreans, I know the good old conversations about why are Koreans so colorists, why are they white supremacists and blah 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 blah. But before we get into that, you got to understand that first of all, that is actually not true that we are colorist or white supremacist. Okay, let me clarify. There might be a portion of people, there might be an underlying factor that I cannot deny that there is a sprinkle of that here. But if we're talking about why we avoid the sun and why we don't like sun tanning, it's not because we don't want to, look like a certain ethnicity or we dislike them. It's not hate derived or anything. It's not discrimination based. It's just because we have a preference towards white, and it's not because we look up to white people or not because we are colorists or anything. It's because that was just the standard in the old days as well too, historically. So what I'm talking about is if we go all the way back to the Joseon dynasty and even the Goryeo dynasty, that was always how it was. It was about wanting to have white skin. And to introduce you a little bit of history over here, now we can argue it's classist. I think that would be the right term, because the reasoning why from the historical eras on why Korean people wanted white skin is because they wanted to differentiate between the noblemen, the aristocrats, and between the farmers and the peasants that had to go out to the fields and always get hit by the sun, and then their skin would become tanned and darker. So it was a sign of luxury. It was a sign of affluent, power and wealth to have pale skin back then. So yeah, like it's the symbol of like, oh, I don't have to go out into the fields and get the crops or do farming. Or I'm not the working class. I'm up there. So a lot of people, including women, wanted to have white skin, pale skin. This is a very there's a little nudity in this picture, but it's one of the very famous Korean paintings. And as you can see, it's portrayed. It's portrayed that their faces are highlighted in white. Now, note that this is a direct debunking towards the narrative that Koreans are colorist or white supremacist, because the era this painting was drawn, or other paintings, or more ancient paintings like these were drawn, were in fact even before Koreans knew the existence of Caucasians or white people. So in our world, white people did not exist. If they actually did exist, they were seen as abnormal people. Yeah, like there were early records in historical books where we described white people as actually red or orange rather than white, and we saw their blue eyes and the hairy faces, and a lot of early historical records see them as like very, I wouldn't say monstrosity, but a very abnormal thing to us. So even before we got introduced to Western influence and the colonization and the everyone, the Western pilgrims or whoever, the pastors coming all to Korea, even before all of that, Korea already had a beauty standard that was based on white skin tone. So yeah, that might have traveled down until this day, and then that got mixed with the current viewpoints, and then you could argue, okay, from modern eras, it got strengthened through colorism and white supremacy. That would be the right approach. But from ground zero, saying that, oh yeah, Koreans are all that, and that's why they worship, white people, and they want to be white themselves as well too. That is, I think, a logical fallacy. That's what I'm all saying, right? I'm just saying. But yeah, like you can see old pictures like these where they're depicted in Snow White. And I think this is like a universal thing. Now, like this is totally, I'm uneducated about this, but if you go to Japan even, if you look at their old paintings or their own geishas or whatever, their makeup is like, it's not even Snow White. That's like flower white. Yeah, right? So yeah, we have that kind of history. So just to debunk that confusion over there. So now that has traveled down, and we have comedic, scenes like this with the ajumas still wanting to be very pale as well too. So they protect their skin with the sun caps and the sun shields. And this is like this is a group called Ajumma EXP. I thought it was just very interesting because they just doubled down on that concept and they made it their identity and concept, and they're doing flash mobs and dancing around the US. So I thought this was cute. And then I think this is spot on. It actually represents the Ajumma core look in Korea. So then we move on to actual, Western influence films and content actually tapping into this. You can see this on what was this? K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah, you can see this on K-pop Demon Hunters. They definitely observed well, and they portrayed the stereotypical ajumas with the sun caps and the boggly hair with the perms and all that, right? Yeah. So so that's very interesting, I guess, right? Like how the pale skin narrative has just traveled down through generations, and now we are in an era of sunscreen, sun patches, balaclavas, arm sleeves, UV umbrellas, all that kind of stuff, right? And personally, I really like to play tennis, and I actually purchased a face mask for myself. And if you go to the tennis fields or golf fields, you'll see a lot of women. And women specific, I guess. I haven't seen a lot of men doing this, but I thought when I first saw this, I thought like the girl had plastic surgery or something, but I was wrong. Like it was a trending item. I've seen this pop up nowadays, especially in the tennis court. It's these like sun patches. It's like the extra detail. Like, you don't want to get burned no matter what in this area. It doesn't matter if you have sunscreen on. You stick it directly to your cheekbones where the sun hits hardest, and usually when, you present your face to other people, like that's your face, and this part is usually what stands out. It has the most pigment, like the skin over here. So, yeah. Just makes sense when you're golfing, hiking, running, or walking your dog. And I've seen a lot of people do it, but sometimes it can get scary, especially when you're playing tennis during the night and you just pass by a woman that has that on, right? Yeah. Just wear SPF 25. I don't know about that, especially in situations where you are outside more than like 4 or 5 hours, You can reapply it, of course, but it gets like very sticky and stuff. So you want a permanent solution, just stick a patch on it. Overkill. I understand. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Let me read some comments before we go on. Let's see. I use my sun visor I bought in Korea when I need to be outside for a long time. I like it. Also have lots of those sunscreens as well, too. Blur it out. YouTube's gonna strike you for those nippies. Oh, you're talking about the paintings. Colored contacts were big in the Joseon Dynasty. Really? I didn't know about that. Or are you just messing with me? Well, did they even have that technology back then? Bronze cream is popular in Sweden. Oh, wow. So is that like making your face more bronze? Interesting. Wow. I don't think we would have bronze cream over here. Tan skin is always notated as healthy in the foundation shades as well. Yes, I think we're slowly growing into that. We're slowly accepting like different skin tones, and the beauty standards are changing. More and more figures like Hwasa or Sisters Hyorin, or some people in the media are showing tan skin. There's Chu Sung-un, and all these people influence younger people, and they look cool. They look, very strong. So, like, a lot of people like to look healthy, and they tan themselves. I know a lot of people that go deliberately to suntan places. They go inside this pod and then, evenly tan their bodies because they don't want, like, to get those, white patches of bikini lines or whatever they are. So, yeah. Anyways, it's very interesting because while, I think the reason I put the title as why it's extra is not only because we are extra armored up in like sun protection, but also when it goes to the opposite polar opposite. There are most of the people are like here, okay? Like most of the people we're talking about will act like, oh, they're allergic to the sun. But then if we move to the polar opposite, Korea is always like 0 or 1. It's either yes or no. It's all either like, you die or survive, right? We're known for that competition and strive or thrive mentality. So if you go to the polar opposite, weirdly enough, there's even more exposure of skin and body, I guess, building, and the culture really gets over the top. Summer body extremes actually show. So yeah, like this is a place called Yangyang. I've told you before, it used to be a surfing mecca, but nowadays it's become a place for young people to go and pick up girls and boys. And because of that reputation, the surf town plus a hunting ground, those two combined, and during COVID, that was the only place that was operating a club because it had lighter restrictions. In that area, a lot of youngsters flocked there, and it became like this nightlife town, and it became like this hot town. So if you go there during the summer, whereas where you go to other beaches, you'll see everyone covered up. This beach in specific, this place, you'll see a lot of people just showing off their physiques, their bodies, and they're not covered up. They're not afraid to show their skin, and you'll see a lot of bikinis as well too. You'll see a lot of people just like showing off their tats, and yeah, if you want to go see half naked people on the beach, Yangyang is the right place to go to. I mean, it's a beautiful place. I've never been, but just by the sight of it, right? Like, there are a lot of hot people over there. And I'll get more deep into the cultural phenomena, but as you can see people in actual swimsuits. And you might be wondering what's so like interesting about actual swimsuits, right? But you got to know that in Korea, the rash guard trend is actually super, super huge. So you guys all know what rash guards are, right? Reshigadu. So if you go to any kind of beach in Korea, you will see everyone covered up. You will see everyone in these kind of outfits. We call them rash guards, reshigadu. Either if it's female, male, young, old, they all wear these. And the reasoning behind wearing these rash guards is, first of all, you don't want to get sunburned. You don't want to get tanned. So they're avoiding the sun. So that's definitely the number one reason. The second one that's also very important to note is the nunchi culture. We are very conscious about our surroundings and how people view us. And I know, like, who cares? But in Korea, for some reason, we are very self-conscious and we care about what others think about us. So the reason a lot of people wear these rash guards is because they're not positive, they're not confident about their bodies. Like if you have belly fat, or if you are a little chubby, or if you're like kind of, I don't know, obese, or you're kind of on the fat side, you won't wear like a normal swimsuit. Like you won't take off your shirt, or you won't wear a bikini. You won't wear like a normal swimsuit. You'll basically wear these kind of rash guards, and they're super, super popular over here. If you just go to Caribbean Bay, like these water parks, everyone's wearing it. If you go to the beaches, everyone's wearing it. So a lot of foreigners get, baffled if they go to the beach and they're like, why are they wearing like full clothing on top? So I know those responses. It's very different. So, but also it's also very convenient as well too, because like sometimes when you're in the sea, you get scratched by when you're diving inside or swimming or whatever. There might be like little rocks or the sand or whatever it is, and those these what do you call it? The material actually kind of deflects all of that. So it's actually very protective for your skin in physical friction as well. So Yeah, I like rash guards, and people who don't have rash guards just go inside with t-shirts on. That would be a norm in Korea. But, I told you there were polar opposites, right? Instead of rash guards, if you go over here, again to Yangyang, places like these, where they're specialized for showing off your body. You worked hard on your body for the whole winter at the gym. Now you want to show it off. If you go to Yangyang, you'll see people, oh my god, look at this guy. He worked out hard. Like, look at this guy with his shoulder. All of these guys, all these hot dudes. Oh my gosh, did you see that guy over here? Like on the right corner? Damn, why am I looking at guys? But like if you look at this guy, damn, he's built, right? And then you'll see the girls. There's a lot of skin reveal. Now this is not even at the beach. This is like a beachside club over here. And you'll see a lot of hot people showing a lot of skin and cleavage, which is not normal in Korea. And yeah, like look at that. Like they're very dressed in liberal manners, I would say. Yeah, so Yangyang is a nice place to visit. I would like to visit, but I'm afraid because I would be considered a little bit too old. All these very hungry souls are looking for, I don't know what they're looking for, but oh, look at that girl over there. Okay, I need to go to Yangyang now. But the point I'm trying to make is that, when Koreans go hard, they go hard. If there's a body profile trend, I think it's died down a little bit, but a couple years ago, every single person was doing a body profile like this. And then going into the body profile scene, they would make their body, they would do extreme diets, and they would make the perfect physique. They would go to photo studios, and they would have body profile professional photographers, and they would film photos like these. The pictures I brought are from the solo Singles Inferno contestants. He's from season 1, Kim Hyun-jung, and this girl is An Ye-won from season 1 as well too. And specifically why I brought these photos is because people who are in the bodybuilding or body profile scene, they tend to like tan skin. I guess like if you make your body like built, tan skin suits it a little bit more. As you guys said, it looks more healthier and it looks more sexy. So like yeah, this trend is actually catching up for bodybuilders and body profile trends as well in Korea. So it's a very, very big polarization from the normal people who don't want to show any skin, who are embarrassed about their bodies, plus versus the body profile folks who are very just, they care so much about their bodies. They make their bodies to like the perfect form. They take pictures of it. They put like bronze, what do you call it, foundation or makeup on top. They suntan themselves and they get photo shots and they go boast it at places like Yangyang. So yeah. David, why do you say you can't go? Why? Is it a crime to go? I can't go because I'm not confident about my body either. I don't want to show my beer belly. People are... I mean, it doesn't matter, but it's this collective mindset. When you're here and you see everyone around you wearing rash guards and you're the only one just like, like running in the beach with your belly just like flopping and your fat just like all like that, you feel like an elephant. Yeah, a walrus. So, yeah, that is your normal, right? So normal is very different in different cultures, I would say. Tan skin also shows up better muscles, yes. Yeah. Thanks to AI, my pictures can also look like that. Exactly. I can make a picture of myself in that kind of physique just in the snap of my fingers. Yeah. Yes, let's see. Some other comments over here. Just say you're a foreigner from the States. Like anybody's gonna ask, they'll just secretly judge you beneath the parasol. Like, oh my gosh, like, how is he so confident with that belly? But then when I go to like the UK or anywhere else, or Sydney or like a beach town, California, I see like these old dudes with like unattractive, just normal physiques, and they're just like sunbathing, and yeah, it's remarkable. It's very interesting to me to see these kind of people. Yeah, and I think that should be normal. And I think that should be how it is. But yeah, as I told you, it's not all about the nudity. It's about like avoiding the sun as well too. So it's a complex outcome of like trying to avoid the sun and also a little shamed about your body. A little bit of both, right? So yeah. On top of this, there's another big polarization I wanted to point out. So when we're talking about the summertime, definitely leads to swimsuits and swimwear. And if you're a woman in particular, if you're gonna wear a bikini, a lot of people go to waxing shops. And Brazilian waxing or whatever waxing it is, it hasn't been popular in Korea until now. It's still not that popular. It's not a norm. Because first of all, note that the majority don't wear bikinis at all, so they don't have any, reason to do waxing. And like you'd be like, oh, even if it's not for bikinis, I regularly wax because like I feel like that's more hygiene or that's what the beauty standard here is. But I think I've said this before, but in Korea, having what do you call it, pubic hair or like just hair down there or here or wherever is just deemed as natural. So if you ever get to see a naked Korean person at a public bath, you will find yourself in the Amazon. There's going to be a lot of people with hairy bushes, and that's just how God made us. And we believe that's how the natural form in our body figured out through evolution on how like our bodies should be like maintaining heat or being hygiene. And a lot of doctors actually say that having natural pubic hair is actually more healthier, and it actually blocks from germs and other contaminants entering from outside. And also a lot of people that make the counter argument that, oh, it gets sweaty and it gets like moist down there and like blah 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 blah, so it's disgusting. Well, a lot of doctors rebut that straight back, saying like if you're living in a modern society where you have access to bathrooms and if you have like showers in your house and you shower at least once per day, then you have no problem with pubic hair and hygiene in that kind of manner. So all in all, the conclusion is in Korea that pubic hair is totally natural. It's normal, and it should not be, seen as something as, disgusting or like unhygiene. That's the norm here. So I would say 99, let's lower it down a little bit, 98, 97% of the people in Korea. There's no official statistic for this, but just out of my ballpark estimate from what I've observed in the military, the public baths, and anything else, yeah, we all have pubic hair down there. Don't get surprised when you come to Korea. But yeah, that's the norm. But anyways, going back, I told you like it's very polarized, right? So people who build their bodies, who do their body profiles with the specific needs to not have body hair down there, they go to the waxing shops, and the waxing shops are actually popping up here and there, and there's a certain stigma upon waxing. Obviously, it's very very childish, but there's a very unique culture. I don't think it's even a culture. There's a unique dynamic going on. A lot of people look down upon waxing and sexualize it because it's normally female waxers that also operate on males as well too. So a lot of males go. There's so many anecdotes online saying they went to a waxer for the first time and their ding dong got erect, and they felt so embarrassed, and they had to do the cat pose and everything, and they felt so naked, and the waxer was just like nonchalant about it, and they were trying to hide their embarrassment, and the waxer, like, said, like, oh, it's okay, it's a natural reaction, it happens all the time, and stuff like that, blah 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 blah. So that's like the kind of discourse that's going on in the Korean side of the internet. It's very sexualized. Actually, a lot of guys go because they want that experience. It's kind of indirectly like a sexual, perceived as a sexual service, because, like, a female is actually touching your important parts, right? I know it's disgusting, but there's a lot of talk about that. So thus, because of that, the stereotype and the stigma falls down upon the waxers, which are a profession, and they are looked down upon, and their comments always like looking down upon them, saying like, oh, if you're so proud about your profession, would you want your daughter to be a waxer? I don't know. But the thing is, these Korean waxers are actually riding the sexualization wave. I don't know if I should compliment this or not, but, like, you say any publicity is good publicity, right? Like, if there's a negative stigma going on, might as well tap into it, right? Might as well capitalize on it. So a lot of waxers, female waxers nowadays, especially pretty people, like attractive people, wear full makeup and they look all attractive, and they make Instagram reels and shorts of them wearing like the gloves at their waxing shop, and do like viral dances and talk about like their waxing experiences with male customers or whatever. And you know what? There are so many reels with waxers. Like, it's now a trend. All these waxers are making these Instagram reels, and the reservation, the booking rate for these particular waxers that are online, like, doing the TikTok dances and talking about like their experiences, they are fully booked and they're raking in money. So yeah, and they always, they always make these kind of reels. Oh, like they're dancing to like a, I don't know, chorus or whatever, and they have like these subtitles going on saying like, yesterday a pervert customer came in, another disgusting male customer called and said like, oh, do you have after service, or can you do like extra service or something like that? I don't know what extra service is. I don't know what you're talking about, but we're not a place that provides that kind of service for you guys. And they always put that kind of stuff on, and it gets so much like, interaction in the comment section, blah 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 blah. But at the same time, it gets so much attraction and interaction, engagement, that it goes viral, and all these people in Seoul or wherever look up these people because they have like these links in their profiles, and they go for the waxing because they want to see a pretty girl, I don't know, doing their job, right? I know it's disgusting, but yeah, like that kind of trend is happening. But going back, a lot of what do you call it? The body profile people, or like a lot of women who want to wear bikinis during the summer. There's definitely like a supply and demand, a demand for waxing here. It's growing, but not that big. Yeah, I would say it's on par. A very good comparison, maybe just in my mind, would be tattoo parlors and waxing. I think it would go equivalent, because also there's a stigma upon tattooing as well too. It's not the majority, not most people get it, but there's a certain group of people that like tattoos and get tattoos. And tattooists or tattooing were seen as illegal, and now the medical law has changed, but they were still perceived as illegal, so it was a stigmatized area. So yeah, these tattoo parlors, these waxing shops, they're getting more and more popular, and more and more people are going there. Around me, I know like 2 guys that have gone to waxing shops, and I asked why, and there were private reasons. You can assume why. Their partners wanted that kind of stuff. But thank you for the 269 Swedish crowns. Crowns, was it? Kronas, was it? I got confused all the time with the Danish thing. But thank you so much, the Bard, for the 269. Yeah, thank you so much for your donation. Sharon's is natural is always better. Before human wore clothes, pubic hair was the barrier for extraneous things. Exactly, exactly. But male idols don't have underarm hair. Exactly. Like that's another beauty standard here as well too. Normal males will have underarm hair, but if you are in the bodybuilding scene, or if you're an idol, or you're a, I don't know, in a profession that you have to regularly show your armpits, they might actually wax their armpits. Yeah. Uh, Not the happy ending talk. Exactly. That's what happens. Too many expectations for girls. Man, too should. Yeah. So nowadays, what's getting popular is, um, what is it? I saw a funny reel by a couple creator, saying like, "Oh, let's go waxing together," and it was so funny because no, it was not waxing together. The girl wanted the guy to get waxed. So he was like, "Okay, let me book a waxer." And then he booked a female waxer because that's the majority, right? And he he went to the female waxer and the operation was going on, and because they're a couple, the girlfriend came in, and during the process, this is probably for comedy, but the girlfriend came in and she saw the process and she saw the guy go hard, like his ding dong go hard, and the guy was like sweating on the table. It's like, oh, it's not what you think. It's just like a natural response. And the girl was like so pissed, like how dare you? Like I'm even here, and this other girl's touching your thing, and you go hard. Like how dare you? That what this is like so inappropriate. I'm so disappointed in you. And she started like slamming him. And then what happened is, the guy was like, stop though, like this, I'm ogure. This is so unfair because I want you to think the opposite side. I want you to imagine the vice versa. If I were to have booked a male waxer and a male waxer was working on me and I got hard on that, would you like seeing that more than this? And then the girl was like, she was like, that's actually a good question. It's like, uh, first of all, males, I don't think this is a territory of being homophobic or anything. We just don't like guys touching our bodies, right? Especially our important parts. I don't like the thought of that. So I would not go to a male waxer, not because I want to go to a female waxer and feel like pleasure or whatever. It's just like, oh, I'm kind of allergic to that. I would never let a male waxer, touch my part over there. And imagine the humiliation if you get like hard over that because there's like physical touch, So the guy asked a question to the girlfriend: Would you like that or this? Choose one. And then the girl was like, okay, I'll let this slide. So, yeah. It has its own brain, exactly. We can't control that. The girlfriend is not mature if she's thinking like that. I know, right? Um, I always thought laser hair removal was more popular than waxing there. No kind of hair removal is popular over here. Do Koreans have the arm and leg hair generally? Yeah, a lot. My eyes water every time I get waxed. My girl gets in and everywhere it hurts, but it feels good afterwards. Yeah, I've seen so many videos of people first time waxing for content, and they always like scream in agony. They're like, ah, like I'm never doing this again. So, yeah, there are so many funny situations, in relation to waxing. Yes, but I think we talked about waxing too much. But yeah, so instead of getting waxed, I did hear that there's now a trend to trim. So we still want the hair down there, but we don't want fully waxed things. So there are trimming services. So a lot of people don't get Brazilian waxing. They go and make a shape down there. This is a picture I pulled from Google after just typing waxing, so I hope it's appropriate. I'm talking about it, so yeah, we have diagrams, right? It says very kindly bikini waxing, triangle waxing, highway, what the fuck? Round, heart, and all nude. Yes. Yeah, this could be male as well too, right? I mean, if it was male, would you actually draw an elephant, a mini elephant over here? No, I don't think so. Yeah. But yeah, you got to know that in Korea, it's either this or that. You know, you go full on naked, you go full on waxing, you go full on bulk, and, you know, fit, or either, you know, you go full on covering your whole body, sunscreen, all protection, rash guards, never show your upper body, or, you know, never wear bikinis. You're all hidden. So it's either this or that. Yeah. Well, I mean, there are normal people that just wear t-shirts and have fun at the beaches. So, yeah, maybe I'm being too extreme, but like, yeah, it's quite a scene for the foreigner to come and see. Hmm. The F is a heart. I don't know. I just found this picture randomly on Google. It's Yeah, apparently it's a service, right? Like these people trim it like that. I mean, a heart looks kind of cute, no? Doesn't it look cute? Yeah. Uh, this is no different than the U.S. What you call highway, we call landing strip. Okay. Okay. It's like an airplane landing strip. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Bathing suits, no. Public bathhouse, okay. It's quite a duality. Yeah, if you put it that way, it's kind of ironic, you know? Like, but at the same time, I think, first of all, we're divided by genders. So no females or no males can see each other. So males with only males, we understand. Females with females, we understand. You know, there's nothing to be actually embarrassed about. I mean, I feel sometimes embarrassed when I'm at public baths, but yeah. Where else are you gonna get like hot sauna and stuff? You know, hot tubs and bubble baths and jacuzzis, unless you're rich and you have your own at your home. So yeah, you gotta be naked in the pool. I mean, you can cover up with a towel, but that's like, it's gonna slip all the way out and it's gonna get heavy with the soaked water. So, yeah, what are you gonna do about it? I guess, right? I guess if you just have public bathing culture, you know, it's inevitable if you think about it. Yeah. So, on to the next one. So, Koreans are extremely play hard, work hard kind of people as well, too. So, I think in the recent years of summer, if you go to like Bangkok, I think they have their own water festival, like Songkran and stuff. I've never been. I heard it was very fun. But we have our own mini-sized versions of it, and we go hard on it as well too. I think the two most representative festivals during summer are Water Bomb. You've all heard of it with Kwonunbi, Sunmi, Peko, and Kai, and everyone. And also we have Psy's Humpok Show, Drench Show. So first off, I'll show you Psy. And Xenia, thank you so much for the 98 jewels. Argentina, let's go! Messi, Messi, Messi. I'm rooting for Argentina as well, too. I want Messi to win. Thank you so much. But yeah, first, seeing Psy show. This is epic. Like, this footage is epic. I would really recommend you to go to a Psy show when you have the chance in Korea. If you happen to be in Korea. If you had no other time slot but summer to visit Korea, then while you're at it, visit a Psy show because it's one of those shows you would really want to attend to. I've never been to one. Have I? No, I've never been to one, and it looks amazing. Like, look at the vibes over it. It's fully packed. And tell those people who only know Gangnam Style that Psy is a washed out one-hit wonder artist. No, he's actually a very established, very popular artist in Korea, and he's out of the box because he's not in like the conventional beauty standards. He's actually like very true with his body. And in the meantime, Hilda going for Spain? Oh, I thought you were Mexico. Okay, well, you can go for Spain. Yamal, let's go. Whoever wins, congratulations in advance. But I'm rooting for Argentina. No hate. But yeah, like if you go to a sideshow over here, this is the vibes. And why it's called the Drench Show, 흠뻑 Show. 흠뻑 means like you get like totally soaked. You get drenched. And how he starts the show is so epic. He jumps out like that and he starts like doing this dance. Look at this insane drone footage. And nobody is holding up their phone. Everyone's just jumping and having fun. I mean, like to be honest, I being pretty harsh on Psy. Like I would like to film BTS, but I don't see the point in filming Psy. So maybe that's the reason people are not filming him and they're just having fun. But everyone just like phoneless and they're just jumping hard. And his songs go so hard. Like you should actually listen to his tracks. Like it all his other songs other than Gangnam Style, they all slap. But like why it's called 흠뻑 Show is because his signature for these shows are these water cannons. He just showers down on the crowd over here. I think it's gonna come in a second. Over he just does this and like he's just like it's water cannons over water cannons for 2 hours. Look at that rainbow. It's literally raining and everyone gets soaked. Everyone gets wet, and it's like, yeah, it's insane. I really want to go to one. Unfortunately, I think yesterday was the last show. He does like a Korean domestic tour from city to city, and he always has special guests. Last time it was G-Dragon, it was Rose, it was this time I think it was Hwasa. So he has very good guests as well too. He's a very comedic figure, very energetic, very outstanding considering his age right now. I think he's probably like 46 or something, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so go check out Psy. I mean, I really want to go there. Uh-huh. Yes. And yeah, there's another one. Now, the queen, the summer queen herself. Yes, she is now officially the summer queen of Korea. You've probably all seen her videos. It's gone too viral, and this was her breakthrough moment. Actually, I think Water Bomb made her. This festival called Water Bomb. It just suddenly started. I think it was like in Shinchon first. It was like in front of the university campus, and then everyone was walking around with water guns and stuff, and it got so much hype and attention that it like started growing, and now they got like massive stages. And this is 𝑬𝑿𝑻𝑹 over here, and yeah, I'll show you the good part. I did my research yesterday night. Yeah, no music, but enjoy. It's not just for the guys to enjoy. I brought a treat for everyone in here. See, I told you I brought a treat for everyone. So all for body positivity and whatever you want to call that. But all right, I like this. I want to go to Waterbomb now. All right, okay. Oh yeah, okay. This is going to be the thumbnail for today. Yes, I'm not gonna make a custom thumbnail. I'm just gonna plaster this as the thumbnail. But yes, are you guys enjoying this? Are you guys enjoying this? I did my research. Yes, I did a little bit too much research last night. I ended up binge viewing the whole set list for Water Bomb for 𝑬𝑿𝑚𝑹 and her 2024 and 2025 outfits. Oh yes, okay. Yeah, there are other videos I want to show you as well too, but because of time, oh my gosh. Okay, wait, let me. Oh, wait. I need to stop there. I need to. It's not for my own purposes. It's for thumbnail purposes. Okay, like yeah, I just wanted to stop there because of the thumbnail. Yeah, I need that good thumbnail. So please give me a second. Oh wow. Okay, where was that part? Oh yeah, I think it was here. Oh yes. Okay. Oh yeah, I want to stop it at the right moment. Okay. Okay. It's coming. Okay. Ah, I can't stop. Okay. This is going to be the thumbnail. There we go. Thumbnail moment. And then we got Ishian and everything. So, This is a giant motivation for
I need to do some
chat
research on
and
this
myself
calculator.
to go to Waterbomb. And Aaron, I would expect none other than you to respond to this. I need to do some research on this topic later, says Aaron. Thank you for the $2. Yes. Yeah, you can do your research on this. But I brought you some other treats as well too, women in the chat. Peko, yeah, you can see he's all wet. So yeah, oh, I'm not showing it to you guys. I'm so sorry. You missed like 3 seconds of it, but yeah, there you go. I mean, yeah, I like to be a very equal person. I like to be balanced. I want to give you guys a treat as well too. So enjoy, right? Like we have Umbi, you guys have Pekko, right? Oh, dang. Okay, okay. Okay, bro's just like, all right. What? Xenia just like throwing jewels over here. Thank you for the 98 gifts. Hilda, thank you for the 98 gifts. Oh, maybe that's like backlog. But equal representation, exactly. David, chill with the noise. I can't. I can't. Yeah. Um, I can't. But yeah. Oh, well, is it actually you guys shooting jewels right now? Wait, why does this look like a virtual strip show? Strip bar. You guys throwing dollars here for that? Maybe I should just stream this kind of stuff 24/7. It's getting good responses, eh? Alright, so yeah, I prepared some treats for you midstream over here. I hope you enjoyed that. Hell yes. Hell yes. Yeah, so if you're interested in the hype summer festival culture, we know how to do it right. So go check out Waterbomb or Sai's Humpok Show. I actually want to go to both of them before I get too old. So maybe this year. I missed Sai, but maybe I could go to Waterbomb. But then if you go to Waterbomb, it's not all about like these concerts. Actually, they have like EDM DJs and it's like constantly, party vibes and you walk around and everyone's in bikinis and swimsuits and rash guards as well too, and they have like water guns shooting at each other and they flirt and everything. It's very lively. So, yeah, interesting festival, never been to, really want to. So, yeah. Hopefully maybe in the future. Yes. So we play hard. But we also consume hard as well too, because this is gonna blow your mind. Fruits are expensive in Korea. A lot of foreigners come to Korea and they go to the marts and they see the prices of apples and bananas and mangoes or whatever, and they're super, super expensive. Well, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Literally iceberg in this moment, pun intended, because you know that Korean dessert called bingsu, right? It's shaved ice mountain, and on top of it, you dress it with like either chocolate or rice cakes or fruit. I like strawberry chocolate bingsu. Hilda, thank you for the bungeoppang gifts. Thank you so much. Yeah, I actually want a bingsu right now. Like it's a summer treat, but we go hard on these desserts as well too, because these are the prices for the hotel mango bingsu. And I don't know how this started, but one day, I think it was Shilla Hotel that first started this. They suddenly put out this mango bingsu as a menu at their hotel restaurant on the first floor. And they made the price, if you can see over here, approximately Shilla Hotel 11만 원. That's like considering currency like about like $100, like $90. Would you pay $90 for this? Some shaved ice, like 80% of it is ice, and then you got like mango toppings. To be fair, there's a lot of mango on this one. I think it's a whole mango. But they slice mango for you, a little sprinkle of chocolate on top of it. Would you pay $100 for this? After Shilla Hotel started this craze, all these different hotels started, replicating it in their own versions of the apple mango bingsu trend. And if you go to Four Seasons right now, it's at $150. If you go to Signal Seoul, it's $130. Shilla Hotel is at $110. Lotte Hotel's $110. Paradise City around $90. Signal Busan $90. Would you pay $90 to $150 for an apple mango bingsu? Now that's top capitalism over there. But you know what? It's hard for us dudes because when it becomes summertime, this topic is a regular. It's almost always marketed either through articles or the news, or it goes viral with these posts on Instagram. And if you're in a relationship, the girlfriend is bound to come to you one day and see, oh, look at this. In that moment, you know, oh yeah, there goes my extra cash that I was stashing for, I don't know, a new a Steam game or whatever, a Pokemon card or whatever. Yep, all right. And then that's how it happens. But I am not a big fan of mango bingsu. I've tried it once, I think, with my parents, because my mom wanted to. I don't know why, but females have such a thing for desserts. Like, men don't really care about dessert. They think it's expensive trash. Like, we'd rather go for kukbap. We go for, like, pork soup and pork belly grills and K-BBQ rather than mango bingsus. But I don't know why, but yeah, we're different beings. Aaron, thank you for the 6 chili peppers. Thank you so much. Marketing is playing against your personal economy. Yeah, so right now, if you go on Instagram and hashtag mango bingsu, you'll see all these fancy girls in Chanel bags and their Celine outfits at Shilla Hotel with a mango bingsu with the caption saying, "Oh, Oppa bought me," you know. "Oh, you can definitely never skip mango bingsu during summer. I got my summer dose of mango bingsu." I'm like, girl, I know what you're trying to say, but like, don't be too loud about it. Us poor people over here can't afford that shit. We know you have the good life. We know your oppa is a doctor or a CEO, right? Drives you a Porsche. So yeah, like that kind of shit goes on the internet, and we feel the relative deprivation because I never in my life would I spend that much unless it's for my parents or it's for my dear loved one. Or actually, this is like an ultimate move for a lot of guys that overspend when they try to lock in to the relationship. They want to secure this girl. They pull this card. "Do you want to go eat apple mango bingsu?" And she's like, "Oh, really? I heard that's expensive though." And then they go. Guy pulls out his card and he's like shaking his hand. He's like, "Yeah." And then he swipes it and it's like, "Oppa! Oh, thank you so much. It was so delicious." Yeah. I'm a dude and I'm always down for dessert. Well, I'm down for dessert as well, too. I like my good old McDonald's McFlurry. And I like my 𝑬𝑿𝑻𝑹s. That's a little too pricey for me as well, too. 𝑬𝑿𝑻𝑹. Yogurt ice cream with, like, chocolate sprinkles on top with the strawberries and honeycombs. I like them too. But $100, $150 mango bingsus at a hotel? Hell no. Hell no. No. David on third date. Lock it in. Yeah. If I have someone I want to impress and it's the third date and I want to lock in, I'd be like, yeah, I want to go to Four Seasons. You know? You want to have some mango bingsu, and if she feels happy and she's like, you know, you want to spend the night at the Four Seasons? Nah, that would never happen because like I'm freaking broke. I cannot afford Four Seasons hotel. Yeah, that place is probably like $400, $500 per night. Yeah, hell no. Why so frugal? Because I'm poor as F. Yeah, that's why I'm frugal. I have no choice but to be frugal. Yes. But yeah, here we go. There's a short for the mango bingsu over here. You can be the judge whether you want to buy it or not. I'll show you a little bit. Yeah, the Four Seasons Hotel Mango Bingsu. This is the place. Oh, it looks very classy, right? Hotel-esque vibes. I mean, it is a hotel. Got a whole buffet going on, and there it is. Ooh, wow. I don't know if they actually carve gold on top of it. If not, like, I would never even consider. I mean, not gonna lie, it is pretty aesthetic. Like, I would like to flex that on my Instagram. It looks like a Michelin grade course meal. And the dessert over there. Oh, there is a lot of mango on top. Wow. Okay, mango sorbet and white chocolate. Everything. Ooh, okay. You see all that ice? No? Yeah. Is it worth it? Is it worth the 150 bucks? Just learn to make it? That's crazy. I think it'll take a lot of time to learn to make this. Yeah, right. And also, it's not just about the food itself. It's obviously about the vibes that you're having this luxury spending experience at the Four Seasons Hotel. Yeah. I think the max I would pay is 50 bucks. I wouldn't even pay 50 bucks for that. Just go to Sarbing and get your own mango bingsu. Yeah. Sarbing mango bingsu rocks. Sarbing mango bingsu. Yeah. Yeah, just go to Sarbing. It's the franchise bingsu place. You know, this is good enough. I like Sarbing. This is like 15 bucks max. They got like melon. They got like ube now. Wow. A strawberry. I like strawberry. I like strawberry bingsu. This is good enough. Like, yeah, if you are my girlfriend, I'm sorry I cannot treat you a Four Seasons mango bingsu, but I can treat you Sarbing or to some place. Yeah, to some bingsu. Go here, right? We can have a twosome bingsu. We can dive into twosome bingsu. Yeah, good enough, right? It's not as aesthetic, obviously, but it's probably the same taste, right? Twosome bingsu for 14. Yeah, considering the currency, that's probably like, you know, $12. Yeah, not bad, right? Looks so delicious, yummy. So I know there's a lot of bingsu places nowadays across the whole world. I've seen places in the UK, in Singapore. I've seen it in Malaysia. I've seen it in LA, New York. So go get your bingsu. I've seen one in my friend in Dubai said there's like this gigantic mall and they got like a huge bingsu place there too. So yeah, I think you can get bingsu. Xenia, thank you so much for the $20. That covers for a bingsu. Yeah, actually today's my dad's birthday, so I sent him a gift card to some place with a bingsu included and 2 coffees for my mom and dad to have after church. Obviously, I'm gonna treat him better when I actually get to see him when I go down and buy him like a Hanu meal for his birthday. But for the time being, I was like, happy birthday, Dad. Here's a little bingsu and coffee, iced coffee to cool down after church with Mom. And yeah, so this, yeah, thought occurred. But yeah, that's going to cover my gift for him. Thank you so much. Hey, I would appreciate a guy that will learn to make it. If he wants to spend money, let's go to concerts or travel. That actually, I stand by that. Yeah, I agree totally, because it's the thought and action that matters. Because, you know, in the old days, I had this girlfriend that actually said the same thing to me. Like, you don't have to treat me, I think it was Pepero Day or something. You don't have to buy me Ferrero Rocher or, like, expensive chocolate. I would actually like you, or us, together to go to like a baking workshop or whatever and buy the ingredients, or be at home and make the peperos together and enjoy it. It's about the experience and the action and thought. Yeah, she was a real one. She was a real one. I wonder what she's doing nowadays, but yeah, I should have known she was a real one. And I like traveling. I like experiences. So I guess maybe the bingsu could be a one-off experience, but only once in my life. There are a few things that I would never do but if it was in the right situation, maybe once and never again in my life. I was talking in the after show with Danny about like the first class flying. This crazy Korean YouTuber guy, he ordered 20 meals while flying first class because he was a mukbang YouTuber and he wanted to film himself stuffing down 20 dishes. That poor flight attendant. Like, even though you're flying first class, that's not what you should do. Yeah, that's like just low behavior. But yeah, but then first class, there were a lot of people saying first class is probably like $6,000. So if I'm paying 6,000 to 10K, yeah, I'm getting 20 dishes no matter what I want. So yeah, but like again, like for first class flying, I've never done it in my life. I've done business once because I got a free lucky upgrade with my mom together. That's in during my trip to Singapore. Um, yeah, but other than that, I've never done first class. And if it's like 10K, spending that for transportation, just being on the air for a couple hours, I could never understand that unless my 2 hours are quantifiable and more valuable than that 10K. Like, if I'm Bill Gates or Warren Buffett or Elon Musk or whatever CEO, and my 2 seconds or my 20 seconds are worth 10K, then maybe I might be, yeah, willing to fly first class. But with my current state and my current trajectory, never in my life, I think I would fly first class. That's kind of sad. Yeah, that's kind of sad. Uh, um. So, story time. If she was a real one, what happened? We'd probably get married and have 2 kids and be living in the States right now. Nah, not in this economy. That woman sounds like a keeper, I know, right? There are certain moments I got impressed and deeply touched by my former partners. And as a matter of fact, the logic goes both ways, as she didn't expect me to buy her, like, very expensive stuff. But then we call her a real one, right? In the on my side as well too, when I got very touched was when my girlfriend paid for my gas after driving. I was at the gas station. I said I need to fuel up, and she was like, "Oh, here's my card." Wow, that one moment really just hit me hard because I've never seen so much kindness in my life, in my history of dating. I was like rubbing my eyes and my ears saying like, you're actually willing to pay for my gas fees? Wow. Maybe this one's a keeper. Yeah, maybe. She was a real one. Maybe. Yeah. It can't get better than that. Girls in the chat, if you're willing to meet a guy and if you want to show him some, appreciation, this is the ultimate move. Just pay for his gas. After all that driving, say thank you, please. Like, thank you for driving me home. Oh, and on top of that, maybe like a little, oh, you must be so tired for driving. Thank you so much. And then the A plus, the icing and the cherry on top is like, you pay for the gas, that guy is sold. That guy's gonna be like, she's the one. Yeah. Gee, my husband said he knew I was the one when I made him a hamburger without asking. I'd be touched too. You make hamburger for me, handmade. I'd be impressed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. One that got away, bro. Yeah, I know. Happy birthday to Mr. Kim. Thank you. Thank you. I'll relay the words to him. Speaking of fancy bingsu, there's the 1K ice cream with gold leaf and rare ingredients sold in NYC as well. Now, yeah, that's either just for content or for just extra rich people who want to flex because they can just afford it. Just for the sake of affording it, right? Yeah. Pay for gas, unromantic. No, that's the most romantic stuff ever. I assure you. Yeah, there's no other way to touch your man. That sounded weird. Well, there are other ways to touch your man. Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, uh, cumpleaños, Mr. Kim. I guess that's happy birthday in Spanish. Hmm. Thank you, Hilda. Thank you, Galatores. And yeah, one last thing I have for you guys. You know how we party hard. There's this hot spot. Again, connecting to like, if you trained hard, worked hard, you made your body fit. There's this one place that is the gathering place for all these influencers, fitness trainers, athletes, these rich people, and these, I don't know, these people. It's called Banyan Tree Hotel in Seoul. Banyan Tree Club and Spa Seoul. They have this pool, and every summer this place becomes a viral place because they have like very famous DJs like Peggy Goo coming on along and DJing over here, and you can enjoy inside the pool, and you'll see a lot of hot girls, hot guys in their swimwear, and they're all just lurking and trying to get, yeah, trying to get some. And here's like this vlog over here. You can see the vibes. Yeah, normally you won't see girls like this in the beach, like dressed like this on the beach. But yeah, you'll see a lot of like influencers. You'll see a lot of like girls, in bikinis and stuff. And yeah, it's a hot spot. So we call, in Korean, we have this expression called 물이 좋다, which means the water is good. It's kind of an analogy towards like you're in like a fish tank, and there's a lot of fish because it's like good water. Like, like you would say it when you go to a club and you ask the bouncer, like, how is it today? And he'd say, like, yeah, today we got good water. That means like we got like hot people today. But yeah, you'll see a lot of these kind of folks. You get what I'm saying, right? Um, it's pretty interesting. You got like dynamic duo coming and doing concerts. You can swim inside the pool. It's basically a pool party. It's a very expensive hotel, so I've never been. Yeah, I am an introvert, so I can't go to these kind of parties. But if you want to try it for yourself, Banyan Tree is like where it's at during summertime. So there you go. That's a tip. But I just prefer going to Busan. Yeah, right. It makes me wonder why there's a problem with population growth in South Korea. I don't know. It's just because of the housing prices. Yeah. I heard in Japan, like Japan usually uh, runs in front of us by like 20 to 30 years. Usually it's cyclical, and what happens to Japan happens to Korea because we are similar in, I guess, cultures and like the trajectory of development of society. So what's happening in Japan is like they have low birth rate, so the younger generation just gave up, and they're either unemployed and they choose to not get jobs or anything, and they just live with their parents, or they don't get jobs and they just do part-time jobs like working at the convenience store and live forever like that with like, the minimal amount just to survive. Or people that get decent salaries, but because of the housing prices in Tokyo, it's probably even worse than Seoul, maybe. Seoul, Tokyo, London, New York, you get a decent salary, you have to save up like 20 years, even with a loan, a mortgage plan. So these people are just giving up on buying houses, and they're just spending it on whatever they want, like luxury items, like going on trips or whatever they can do in the time being to make that money valuable. Like that money is going to dissolve anyways with inflation, and even if you buy a house, it's just a house, and you can't do anything extra with it. So your net worth is high, but like you essentially just own a house and that's it. Your consumption behavior or anything doesn't change. So I heard that's a trend in Japan right now. It's like a hopeless generation. So it's a mix of hopelessness with YOLO, ping pong back and forth. So they're like, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna buy that Chanel bag. I'm just gonna buy that Rolex. Have fun. I can't buy a house anyways, but I can afford a 10K watch or a bag. I can flex that. So yeah. What do they plan to do when something happens to their parents? I don't think they have any plans. That's the point of this generation. We're like, oh, we're all fucked up anyways. We need a revolution. World War III is going to happen or whatever. There's going to be a global reset. The bubble's going to pop. Capitalism's going to topple down and fail. You know, the oligarchs and the rich are getting richer. So yeah, there's no hope anyways. AI might be the solution. There's going to be tremendous productivity and basic income, universal income. So let's just wait for that. Until then, I'll just live as a hopeless, just true to my emotions and my urges. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The FOMO mentality, maybe. Mm-hmm. If I wanted urine all over me, what? I go to a public pool? I think this place would be better. Like the Panyan tree, to be fair, is better. But if you really are into that kind of stuff, if you want urine all over yourself, I'll show you the perfect place. I have the perfect place for you guys. 한강 공원 수영장. Yeah. Now, this place is urine heaven. Yeah. All you folks that are into that kind of stuff, you can all go visit Han River public public swimming pool. Look at all those kids. Oh. The irony is, one person went to Han River swimming park and he was surprised at how many people there are, but there are no lines in front of the bathrooms. How interesting, isn't it? What a mystery. You know, people must have, not drunk any water before they came. But yeah, if you really want to, go to a public swimming pool and yeah, you're in heaven. Yes, you can go to Urine Heaven. It's right there. It's very accessible. Disclaimer, I'm not into water sports. Public pools are known to have urine in the water, so if 2 plus 2 is 4, yeah. Yeah. But, yeah, other than that, you can also go to Caribbean Bay, which is like one of the biggest water parks in Korea. And you go over there, there's this thing called the whirlpool. I'm pretty sure you'll all have it in your own water parks too. But just to show you a little short, yeah, if you like urine, you can go here too. Woo! Yeah, it kindly just pushes all the urine towards you. You're basically drinking it. Woo! Yay! Oh, it's actually yellow over here. Lemonade. Lemonade. Espa should sing here. Lemonade, lemonade. I want my lemonade. You like lemonade, guys? I love lemonade. Yum. Actually, you know what? I got something similar here. Oh, lemonade. Lemonade. Yellow. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I once went to this hotel because it had a huge discount and it had a package deal with the water, like the mini water pool there. It was what is that place? Inspire Splash Bay. Yeah. I went to Inspire and it was like a mini place, a mini me place, but it was kind of fun. Not gonna lie, like I had fun with the roller coaster here, but when I went, it was just full of kids. It was like packed with kids. It had a very good facility though. But it was super small. Like when I went, like there were hundreds of people in that pool. And I was like, nope, not going in there. But I like this roller coaster thing. It was really fun. Yeah. But if you want to go for a cheap hokkans, this place, it's called the Inspire Arena. And yeah, they made it at Incheon. They made it at Incheon. It's a pretty luxury hotel inside. They got like this media art going on the ceiling. You got like jellyfish and killer whales just flying above you, and they have like all these kind of things. They have like K-pop concerts over here. I think this is where they did the Cortis concert yesterday. Yeah, probably. They do a lot of like small shows at Inspire Arena, and then they got the Splash Bay. Yeah, and then literally the subtitle said, "Oh, this is it." Yeah, but yeah, you can go around. It's fun. I guess that's why they gave a discount because like it wasn't super popular. But yeah, I got a good deal to go here. There are some time deals on like these specific platforms, and I think I went for like $80 per night with the Splash Bay thingy. And the hotel rooms and everything were pretty nice. They were very colored and everything. And the view, we got a little ocean view, not the best view because like Incheon is pretty it's like a wasteland. But yeah, oh, and we went to the spa as well too. Yeah, here. The swimming pool. It was a nice swimming pool. Yeah, so if you want to have a little mini retreat from Seoul, if you're located in Seoul, if you're looking for a cheap hokans, you can go to Inspire Hotel. I would recommend. Not much to do. They have a giant cafeteria with some good food. So you can spend the whole day inside at the swimming pool and the sauna and the splash bay at a cheap price. I'm saying cheap price because it's a known fact that this company that invested, the initial company got bankrupt, so they had to sell it over to Chinese capital. So the Chinese capital acquired it, and because of that, they're trying to make like good brand deals for consumers to come and all that. So I think that's how I got my time deal. So yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Lulu, I'm not trolling. I'm genuinely interested. He's too sweet not to be happy. Do you agree? If you're referring to me, I will take that as a compliment. Thank you so much. Let's just say it's a mix of I'm busy, but I'm open, but I'm not that competent or attractive enough for to draw in people. But at the same time, I also have my standards, my own standards as well. And I'm also, I'm like frugal and I'd be like, I'd rather save money and time and energy right now. So a mix of all of that, the outcome becomes like, yes, let's just like watch some anime and be home. That's more fun right now at this point. So yeah, open minded. I'm open minded. I'm open minded. Yeah, what's Sean doing nowadays? I haven't seen his reels pop up in a while. I don't know, but are you open minded? Is that still going on? Uh, yeah. David, adopt, right? What? I can't even take care of myself. Oh, Sprite T0 is good. Yes, it is good. Hmm? Not the lemonade karaoke when talking about urine. Lemonade. What is the actual lyric for lemonade? Lemonade. 노래방. Let's see. I want my lemonade. Oh, where is it? Where's the chorus? Oh yeah, this is probably not copy strike. Oh, I'll make it lemonade. Oh, I'll make the pool lemonade. Walk my way, dungeon on my stage. I take my karma straight. I'll make it lemonade. No way, no way. I got no ETA. Okay, okay. I'll make the pool lemonade after drinking this. Mmm. Yeah. I'll be chilling outside of the Han River pool and like drinking this and then having that song on, and I'm gonna stare at some people and say like, I'll make it lemonade. I'll make the pool lemonade for you. Mmm. Yeah. Oh, just say it's complicated. Okay. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Mm. Oh, that's a great deal. I want to visit my niece there. She does restaurant vlogs. Just went to Suga's birthday place in Chongping? I don't know where that is. They got to talk with him too, really? Okay. Uh. What you described is literally me now. I think it's just a universal thing amongst our generation. You know, people have too high expectations upon us. I have my standards too, so I don't want to compromise. But also, I'm low on money and I want to save up money. But in order to do that, I need to focus on work, so I can't put out time. And then if I go outside, it's spending money and it's, yeah, all that. And then I'm also like not as attractive enough for like women to line up on me. So I can't like, cherry pick or anything. So a mix of all of that makes this situation, I'm like, oh, I'm done. I'm just gonna chill by myself, like enjoy my own life with my doggo. 따롱아? 따롱아? Say hi to 따롱. She was enjoying her nap, but I just woke her up. But yeah. Um, yeah. Oh, seems to be a trend with the urinal scene in Normal. Yes. Yeah, if you've seen the BTS Normal music video, yes. Yeah. Peeing is the new trend. I'm loving it. When are you watching Odyssey? I don't think it's still out. Already out in Korea. I think it's out like next week. I already watched Hope. I gave my review on DK News After Show, so you can go check that out if you want to. But I don't think Odyssey is out yet. If it's out, I'm gonna go see it in a heartbeat. Yeah, I love Christopher Nolan films. Yeah, we still got 17 days for it to release here. Out of curiosity, would you like a Korean partner? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Slide in my DMs. Like, take your shot, girls. I just laid out all my characteristics. If you like a frugal man like me, who's goal driven, and we can grow together, building our own careers and work. If you like cafe dates, I can take you to nice sunset cafes, and we can put up our laptops over there and just have some chats while working, and go on decent drives sometimes, and maybe go to Splash Bay and see me making lemonade at the pool. If you like that. Wow, that last line, yeah, that was really bad. That was a very bad elevator pitch. Yeah, anyways, you can slide into my DMs. Oh my, I'm getting dizzy. But yeah, as I stated in this video, the new Koreans are foreigners. It's now Korea, all out of all Korean weddings, 10% is international. So multicultural marriages are increasing by 18.3%. You can already see it in, I think the statistics are very true, because you can already see it in the celebrity scene with Song Joong-ki and his wife, and you can see who else? Benzino with his wife. So yeah, if you can already see it in figures in the celebrity field, it's pretty much accurate in the normal field as well too. Yeah. So yes, go check out this video. All right. Give it a like if you haven't given it a like or hype yet. Please go check it out. And yes. All right. Oh, you DM'd me? Okay, I'll check my Patreon box. I thought I replied to you. Yeah, I think I did reply. I appreciate it. Your proposal. Yeah, don't get the idea wrong, guys. Like, she proposed me. She gave me an option of something very nice out of a generous gesture. And I was like, yeah, I can't right now because, like, I'm tight on money. Yeah. Um, okay, guys. I think for a non-Korean, you sound very okay to me. Thank you so much. Thanks for the compliment. And, yeah. Guys, so that was it for today. I planned this to be an hour stream. Let's see how long I've been. Oh, 2 hours. Yeah, I need to plan my materials and streams to be 30 minutes now. And then it's going to be an hour stream. Yeah. Okay. And then this might be some sad news to you guys. I'm not making it final or anything, but you might have noticed that the real-time viewers have dwindled a bit. Like normally I used to get like 200 plus or maybe even 300 plus, depending on the topic. Whenever I have BTS, it's usually higher. But nowadays it's 150, and the live streams, I don't know. I like doing live streams, but my original videos, like the essay videos, they take a lot of time, and then on top of that, doing live streams, is it cost efficient? I'll have to, yeah, weigh that. So I'm thinking of maybe shortening or downsizing on live streams and focusing more on the essay videos, which are getting a lot of views and which are actually contributing to the growth of the channel. Because right now for this video, it's been up for a day, and guess how many subscribers have subscribed? Let's see. I'll show you the analytics over here. It's currently gotten 40K views. Oh wow, I'm very satisfied with that. It's gotten 40K views. I'll make it English for you guys. You've never seen this page, right? This is the viewing time, 36,000. Subscribers gained 118 subscribers. So far, it's gotten $77. Like, you don't really have to care about the money because, like, these videos are always in a deficit. My time. I put like 3 full days in making this video, from planning, filming, going back and forth from the studio, setting it up, and then editing, which is the most painstaking process, the thumbnails, managing. I make 3 different thumbnails, and if you consider 3 days of full 24-hour work and you earn $77, like even when this peaks, it's probably going to be in like the realms of like maybe $200, $300. Would you work 3 full days nonstop for $300? No, right? So Google doesn't pay me shit. But yeah. But the thing is, the limelight of this, the silver lining, is that it gains a lot of subscribers. It contributes in the growth, and it actually gets more views than my regular, you know, live stream videos. But the live streams are important to me because I can talk to you guys. I have the loyal fans, and we feel like a community. So, yes. I value this, but maybe there's a possibility I might downsize and focus a little bit more energy in growing the channel. And then I could do live streams in between. Yeah. That's just a thought for now. I'm not changing it immediately. But you understand, right? I'm very transparent about my analytics and all that. We like the lives. Yes. Really appreciate the lives and your videos. Thank you, thank you. Love these yapping sessions. Yep. I had to sit down and talk with Gemini and ChatGPT yesterday. Nowadays, that's my hobby. I just like to talk with them nonstop. And I had like a 3-hour chat with Gemini yesterday about my life and, about like my future content direction. And actually it gave me a lot of clarity. And yeah, it really made sense. It really hit me in some certain spots that I was like, wow, yeah, you really are like a very nice coach. and I think I'm gonna start executing that plan from now on. Yeah, it it gave me a lot of diagnosis, but it made me realize a lot about myself. It's a 3 hour log of conversations, but amongst that, one thing I can tell you guys is that it told me that I don't like money. I don't like making content. I don't actually like K-pop. I mean, I do like all of the following, but it means in terms of like always me talking about like, oh, I want to be rich, I want to be a businessman, I want to be a successful YouTuber, whatever. It's not that what's at your core. It's that your talent is that you strive for new experiences, aliveness, and opportunities. So you always take the opportunities that seem very fun and doable in front of you, and you like to share your stories with people. That's the foundation, and everything else you're building on top. And why you're getting like these anxieties about these thin pipelines and your future, whether your job is secure or not, or whether like your freelance path is blah 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 blah. It's all because you haven't realized my own foundation, and then set plans or like your compass based on that. You need to look at your core values of what you actually like. So if you were to build a business, you shouldn't just go for the title or the opportunity itself. You should align it with my own core values. And it said it's about new experiences, aliveness, storytelling, and happiness. And what was the last one? Yeah. Anyway, sharing. A lot of the I have it all taken, but that merge those into a business or whatever, and that's gonna make sense. And also, um, yeah, I talked a lot about like my relationships, my parents, whatever, and yeah, uh, it told me that I was having an identity crisis on being like whatever, whatever. Like it all made sense, and I picked up a very interesting term. It said that I have a thing called imposter syndrome. I never knew what an imposter syndrome was, but I looked it up, and it says imposter syndrome is a persistent psychological experience of feeling like a fraud despite documented achievements. People with this mindset constantly doubt their abilities, attribute their success to luck or timing rather than competence, and fear being found out as a fraud. I think that's right. And then I kind of rebutted it, saying like, but like I also have those traits because I'm an Eastern Asian, and that we value modesty and humbleness a lot. And he was like, that's true too, but like I talked about my whole life, all my experiences, all whatever I have, and she was like, oh, you've achieved so much, like you've done so much, but you always say like, but oh, but I'm not enough. I'm not enough. I'm not qualified to say this. But what if, like, blah, 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 but society says this and that. I was like, oh, yeah, makes sense. Anyways, I'm rambling right now. But yeah, the point is, I did like a 3 hour session with Gemini and ChatGPT yesterday. And yeah, it made me a very clear reflection and path of a new type of content that will be coming soon for you guys. It might not be your cup of tea because it's going to be a totally different niche. But since this is the end of the live and nobody's going to watch this anyways, it's giving like just to give you the conclusion of it. The mission is going to be building the most unconventional yet sustainable life possible. Content documents the journey towards the freedom. Core theme is going to be the pursuit of freedom, not finance, not productivity, not career. The identity is a storyteller who invites people along, not the professional who teaches or lectures. The audience is going to be, now this is the different part from, I guess, like you guys and the target audience for here. Professionals, freelancers, or creators seeking freedom, meaning, and financial resilience. And follow me as a design. Content promise is like follow me as as I design a freer life, replace fragile income, experiment, fail, learn, and share honestly. There's going to be experiments, stories, build trust, and then the sponsors or whatever will come through, and then it goes on to bigger freedom, and then it's on a loop. 10-year roadmap, 35 to 40, build David, 40 to 45, convert income into assets and freedom, blah, 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 blah. Strengths, rare life experiences, compelling stories, reinvention, authenticity, English plus Korean perspective. Yeah. Anyways, this is just some boring stuff. But yeah, it sounded like a good idea to me. And I was like, yeah, you have all the materials. Why aren't you putting out that as content? And yeah, the part I said like you're the not the target audience is because mostly my DK channels are based on K-pop and KPC is based on Korean culture. So it asked me the question, do your followers follow you because of your own characteristic, or is it mainly because they like BTS or like hearing about Korea or information or value? There's nothing wrong about that. But if you were to set a new channel and set the right audience, it has to be about you and who follows your own journey, and thus it has to be similar people, like-minded people who would like to share that journey and grow together. And also freelancers and professionals and whatever, creators seeking freedom, that audience garners a very lucrative sponsor pool. There's a lot of like SaaS tools or productivity tools, or I don't know, what do you call them? Like events that want to advertise towards those like condensed audiences. So I was like, oh, that actually makes sense. Because all my other content creator friends, they either focus on beauty, they either focus on tech, food. And it's not that my niche or my category is like broad or anything. It's K-pop culture, but in general, even AI admits like if you're in the cultural sector, it's very hard to earn a lot of revenue because there aren't a lot of sponsorships adjacent to it. If you're going to go advertise Korean beauty, you would not go to a cultural ambassador, you will go to a beauty creator directly, right? So it makes sense. So it was like, if you want the bag, you need to narrow down and target your audience as a specific group of people where there's a lot of money in the field and a lot of sponsors can one-to-one directly know your audience and who they're advertising to. I was like, yeah. Makes sense. Okay. Focus on whatever your passions are, and I'm sure it'll be successful. That's so true. To be true to who you are and your own authentic self and who you are as a person. DKDK is definitely built on South Korean culture, pop, love, and Soul City vibes. Yes. Yes. Maybe some of us are part of your target audience. Exactly. That's why I'm telling you guys. Because I believe the guys who have sticked around for my 2-hour stream up to this point, the 165 of you guys, probably watch this live stream not only because you want information about Korea, but because you enjoy my presence and talking with me as a person to person as well too, and you would like to see a slice of my life. So that's why I'm presenting it to you. And I believe the casual viewer, the other 40K that's watching my other essay video, they probably won't land on this segment in this live stream. So yeah, just letting you guys know. I know this is like just irrelevant rambling talk, but yeah, plan to do that. I think it's safe to say everyone suffers from some form of imposter syndrome. Oh, well, I would beg to differ because I think maybe because we're Asians, but then you go to like certain places that is not Asian and you see like the LinkedIn talk. Oh wow, I'd be you'd be surprised how people can inflate a certain achievement into like a mountain, but then it actually gets results. So I think a lot of Asians need that mindset nowadays. Self PR, being very confident, and yeah, a little bit of MSG. How's Jin doing, David? Your previous partner for Hero, so just random thought. He's doing good. He's with Danny in his company, and I'm happy because we didn't have a fall off or anything. We're on good terms for sure. The thing is, the business wasn't as lucrative enough to be like a full-time paid job for him to sustain himself. It was generating money, but it was just like some change, and I'm happy because he was on the logistics side, the back end side, the operations side of Piroso. And because of that experience, it got recognized. And now he's like the logistics and operations manager for a much bigger company where Danny is also working as well too. So he got introduced, and the CEO over there saw his work and his skills, knowing how to like do e-commerce and like inventory and shipping and all that kind of stuff. So it actually benefited him, and I'm happy for that. So yeah, I guess it wasn't for nothing after all. Seeing his case, we meet and we talk regularly. We have a group chat. Last time we met was at Danny's housewarming party. It's a month ago, I think. But yeah. Mm. You found me out. I have no real friends, though. This is my opportunity to listen to someone yap. Oh, don't say you don't have real friends. Yeah. If you want to make friends, I bet you can make friends. You can go, to a community or a hobby circle or, yeah, I don't have that many friends as well too. Nowadays I'm getting sad because I look at my Kakao Talk, and for the whole day I don't get a single chat. If it's not work related, if it's not anything, I just get one from my mom or some like stupid Instagram reels from my group chat. We're not really talking, we just send each other links of reels and shorts, and nobody responds to it. Other than that, it's all the same folks, and it's in the old days when I was in my 20s, I had like a regular group of maybe like max 10 people talking in group chats or individually, whatever. But nowadays, it's just like nobody. It's radio silence. And maybe that's just growing old. People getting married, they commit more time to their partners, their family, their kids. They don't have enough time to doodle around with this single 35-year-old guy that's watching anime and figuring out his life. Yeah. Yeah, connecting online is a workable method. It definitely works. Enjoyed your last video with Kelsey, Danny, and that's that new girl in your friend's restaurant. Oh yeah, Tammy. Yes. I want to do more of those kind of style videos in the future, hopefully. Okay, guys, we're at the 2 hour mark. I've noticed that the views drop dramatically whenever it goes over a 1 hour or 2 hour mark. Honestly, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I would not want to click on a 2 hour video as well too. But I enjoy yapping. I enjoy talking to you guys. It's like therapy for me as well too during the weekend. Uh, yeah, Lulu, what are you talking about? What do you mean I ignore you? No, I don't not. I do not ignore you. Okay. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And yeah, check out Patreon because I put out a new podcast about my ex relationships, international relationships. Yeah, like what my take is about the biggest challenge in international relationships are. So please go check that out. I put out a newsletter about the rise of international couples in Korea as well. Oh, it's not this one. Yeah, where is that browser? I just want to show you it and end the stream. There you go. Ah, oh, this is stressing me out. Okay. Yeah, there you go. New newsletter. You can read up to a certain amount if you just subscribe for free as a free member. So please do check it out. It's just sent to your email. So just a good amount of reading to do on during commute or back and forth in the subway. A good podcast. Listen while you're walking your dog or I don't know, making food, making dinner. I do these regularly, more topics about like Korea over here, relationships, yeah, all these kind of things. So please do check out Patreon. I'm just gonna leave the link in the chat and end the stream for today. Yes. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay cool. And hope you enjoyed the stream. Okay. Bye-bye, guys. Why am I showing this? Yeah. Bye, guys. See ya.